they have said that all the airtime that will be used by the interns to communicate the data they're picking, that Safaricom is going to pay for it. And today I have Sylvia. I don't know where she is. Yes, Sylvia is our director. Thank you so much, Sylvia. And Safaricom for not tiring in supporting the government agenda. And Your Excellency, they are also considering giving the interns a tablet so that you have data. So Your Excellency, because we have the main course is coming up, allow me just to recognize my colleague PSs who have come here. Kindly stand up. I'm not going to mention you by name. Kindly stand up. Thank you very much, PSs. And Your Excellency, you can sit. This work, including the legislative framework for the affordable housing program, will not have happened if we did not have a very supportive committee. So allow me to ask my committee, led by our chairman, Ngong, Ngeno, and the rest of the team, kindly stand up so that we can recognize you. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. This team has given us a lot of support, and we truly appreciate. So, Your Excellency, allow me at this juncture to invite my cabinet secretary to come and make some opening remarks, and we can take the program forward. Asante sana. God bless you, and thank you.
Let's also give a clap to my Principal Secretary, Charles Hinga, as he sits down. Your Excellency, this is your meeting this morning to meet with the interns. But let me recognize your presence here and this invitation, allowing time for us to come here. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, I think all protocols settled and mentioned. I want to adhere to that in the interest of time. Your Excellency, today we present a new picture to the country. This new picture, Your Excellency, is that we have been working with the professionals. But today, 5,500 interns are here in State House to tell you that we have actually commissioned them. But without this presence, Your Excellency, the people out there may not understand the entire space. Your Excellency, the picture that has been coming is for our project sites, where our critical workers are the masons. That is what people see, the artisans in each project site, currently standing at over 320,000 without this team here. Your Excellency, we know that these are professionals in their own right. Your Excellency, we want to thank you because the idea to bring this team on board was actually your idea. We were working with them, but for the interns who need professional experience, work experience, Your Excellency, we are grateful that we were also able, through the consultants, to come up with a package so that they have their allowances without challenges. Your Excellency, the work is a lot. We have more out there. This is a program that, with your permission, Your Excellency, should run every year because they will be out there for 12 months. And we know with the experience, because each one of them will be in charge of specific block, specific work, that then they can be able to be given accolade or recognition for the experience they have gathered. You know, you met some of them in Yeri, so they are already in their sites. They know where their workplace is, and we are very happy with the enthusiasm, the energy, the youthfulness that they have taken up their work or their duties. Your Excellency, with them, Of course, the consultants, our teams in the ministry, Your Excellency, are there to give the necessary guidance. I don't want to add beyond that, but let me, as the Cabinet Secretary, recognize the input of the Department for State, for Lands and Physical Planning in this exercise in terms of our work. I want to recognize Joy Arumanyong, also, yes, PS Nixon. Joy Arumanyong is here. And of course, with Hinga, they are working very well to ensure their contribution in terms of seamless implementation is available. I want to recognize the Cabinet Secretary, my colleague, Soipan, who has come to support me. Cabinet Secretary Defense, I see the SG. Your Excellency, all our contracts end up at the AG's office, and the SG is here, I think, on behalf of that office. Let me not go beyond that. Your Excellency, my role was actually to allow me, Your Excellency, and you'll forgive me for saying this. Before, we were talking about construction. The blocks were on the ground floors. Now, majority of our projects, over 250 sites, the blocks are up. Those people who did not believe that the affordable housing program is on course, is being implemented, they have criticized. Now we don't want to ask them to see. We want to, because they couldn't see. Now they can see. If they don't believe, they can now go and touch. The blocks are up. We are relentless, Your Excellency. We will close our ears. We will open our eyes. We shall remain focused to assist you in ensuring that this program is one of the most successful programs that your government will be able to deliver to the people of Kenya. Your Excellency, let me now invite His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki and allow me to say, si huyu mungwana ni fire si fire. Ni fire si fire. Noma si noma. Your Excellency.
Good morning. Ni fire si fire. Mheshimiwa Rais, allow me just to mention the members of parliament who are here, who are members of the departmental committee on housing, because they have been very supportive of this program. The Honorable Johanna Ngeno is the chairperson of that committee and is also the member of parliament for Emurua Dikir in Narok County. The Honorable Joseph Cherorot, member of the committee and member of parliament for Kipkelion East. The Honorable Esther Pasaris, member of the committee, and she is the woman rep for Nairobi County. The Honorable Jane Kagiri, MP, member of the committee, and woman rep for Laikipia County. The Honorable Kakai Bisau, member of the committee, MP, and the member of parliament for Kiminini in Trans Nzoia. The Honorable Iribae Said, member of the committee, MP, member of parliament for Galole in Tana River. The Honorable Caleb Mule, MP, member of the committee, MP for Machakos Town. The Honorable Daniel Manduku, MP, member of the committee, and I think is the member of parliament for Nyaribari Masaba. Your Excellency, allow me to say two things before I invite you. When you assumed office as president of Kenya in 2022, you made it clear that for our country to achieve economic transformation, we needed first to stabilize the macroeconomic fundamentals of our country, which is the foundation upon which economic activity is built. If you have a country with a weak currency or a volatile currency, with high interest rates, with high inflation rates, without enough foreign exchange reserves, it doesn't matter what you do in what sector, the economy will not do well because of what we call the macroeconomic environment. And for the first 2 years of your administration, Mr. President, you worked very hard, and we are now having a fairly stable macroeconomic environment in our country. The interest rates are coming down, inflation has come down, the currency has been stable for some time, and we have the highest ever foreign exchange reserves in the history of our country. Your Excellency, the third and fourth year, and this is where we are now, you've been leading us now to move into building on the macroeconomic stability to create microeconomic progress, job creation, and expanding the economy to provide enough jobs and income opportunities for individuals, and also increasing household incomes. And Your Excellency, we are right on course under your leadership. And that underpins why we are gathered here today. Because every opportunity given to a Kenyan, in terms of a job, in terms of an income opportunity, helps us build and move closer to the realization of the bottom-up economic transformation of our country, and it helps us realize the vision of getting Kenya from where we are today in the third world to the first world economic status. Therefore, Your Excellency, these interns, 5,500 of them, are part of the many other initiatives the administration that you lead is creating for young people and for Kenyans in terms of jobs and income opportunities. And today, I am a very proud member of the government that you lead, even as we celebrate this milestone. The last thing I want to say, Your Excellency the President, is this housing program, being one of the flagship programs of this administration, as the Minister has said, is now picking off, and the consequences and the effects and the impact of this program are beginning to get seen and get felt. And therefore, the public housing program, this housing program, is going to be the driver of the housing sector, even as private sector supplements the housing needs of the people of Kenya. Your Excellency, so far so good. We must continue farming up on the professional standards and quality control systems that are in place to make sure that the houses that are being built are safe in the long term for the people of Kenya. And Your Excellency, we must start thinking through how working with the professional bodies that regulate some of the professions that are in the built environment, how going forward we must introduce and implement consequence management for professionals who, under their watch, they make decisions, which decisions ends up having the kind of situations we had 2 months ago when we had a building, of course not part of this program, that had collapsed somewhere in this Nairobi. There must be consequences for all professionals, as well as all the agencies involved, whether they are agencies of county government or national government. It must mean something for you to be a professional. And under your watch, or through a decision you have taken to approve something, something happens that affects the safety and well-being of the people of Kenya. I charge you, interns, to work with the consultants and your seniors in the profession to help us have very good outcomes of these programs and other programs in the built environment. Mr. President, you've done us proud. You continue shaping and improving the vision of a better Kenya, a more prosperous Kenya, a more inclusive Kenya. We will support you, and I want to congratulate you for the milestone that we are here to celebrate today. Na kwa sababu rais umeleta hii mradi, hawa interns wameniambia wamefurahi sana, umewapatia nafasi ya kuanza maisha yao ya taaluma zao. Without this opportunity, Your Excellency, what Kenyans require is an opportunity to get started, and they will be able now to use that network to build on their future. Na kwa sababu rais umefanya hiyo mambo, our interns wameniambia nikwambie wewe ni fire. Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire? Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire? Naomba tusimame tukaribisha rais. Wacha nisikie makofi ya rais, makofi ya rais, makofi ya rais.
Good morning, everybody. Hamjambo. Bas, you can take your seats. Mr. Deputy President, all the other leaders present here, members of consulting firms, our construction companies, and the people of the moment, interns in the construction industry. Everybody, I want to welcome you this morning to this very important occasion. I am very happy, truly, that we are having this meeting. When I see the men and women here, professionals from the construction industry, professionals who are planners, surveyors, quantity surveyors, engineers, whether they are electrical engineers, they are mechanical engineers, structural engineers, people who work in the ICT space, and the host of professionals that are represented here today. I am very proud that indeed the housing program is maturing, and we have professionals, we have workers, we have companies, we have consulting firms in the equation. And let me begin first by saying that this moment is a very consequential moment, so to speak. Very consequential because our country, Kenya. I remember when we went out for the campaigns, one of the single most asked matter by citizens was the millions of young people who get out of school, get out of college, get out of universities, and there isn't a concrete plan on how and where they are going to work. And it was one of the issues that has always been discussed in this country. And therefore, we set out to have a conversation. And we set out to have a plan. And we put our ideas together. And we rolled it into a manifesto. And today, this is one of the meetings that confirms that the manifesto was not a piece of paper, that the manifesto was not a newspaper, that it was about a plan, about real issues affecting real people. My very able deputy has told you that we had to set the base. We had to put together the foundation upon which we were going to run all our other programs. And that foundation was the soundness of our economy. I know the conversation about the economy sometimes looks too lofty and sometimes in very strange figures and language about inflation, about GDP, and all the other things. But let me just put it simply, that we had a very serious challenge as a country in 2022. Of the 5 countries in Africa that everybody believed globally that they were going to default on their foreign financial obligations, Kenya was among them, because we had the largest Eurobond debt of $2 billion. And so everybody expected that Kenya was going to default. And indeed, of the 5 countries that everybody expected to default, 4 defaulted. Kenya did not. Yes. And I say so proudly because it is us, the people of Kenya. It is the government of Kenya. It is the professionals that we have in this country that we sat together, figured out, eliminated what was not necessary, removed unnecessary subsidies in fuel, in unga, in all manner of places, cut down on expenditure. I remember we had to reduce the budget. We went to parliament. We reduced the budget by 300 billion Kenya shillings. And it was tough, you know. But those decisions we made, difficult as they may have been, necessary because they were, made our country escape the shame of defaulting on our foreign obligations. We have since built a firmer foundation. We have made the necessary decisions. Today, I can confidently stand before this gathering and before the people of Kenya that our economy is way different from what it was in 2022. Inflation has come down from 9.6% to 4.5%. Our dollar exchange rate that had gone all the way to 165, today it is 129 and coming down. Just watch this space in the coming months. Our foreign exchange reserves that had come down to almost 2.5 months of import cover, about $7 billion. Today, our foreign exchange reserves has risen to $12.3 billion, the highest in Kenya's history. These are numbers that I am not telling you. These are numbers that are available in any financial metrics. Our economy has grown, and now we have overtaken Ethiopia, we have overtaken Angola, we are now the 6th largest economy in Africa. That is Kenya, by the way, just in case you are wondering which country I'm talking about. Yes, that is Kenya. The one that I hear some politicians say is a failed state. I think the failure is not in Kenya, the failure is in their small minds. And upon that foundation, we have built the rest of the plan. We have built the rest of the plan. And because I am talking to interns, I am talking to people who've just gotten out of college, out of university. We all know that any country that has made any meaningful development, they have done so by building their human capital. Education is significant. And that is why today, as I talk to these interns, we are giving them an opportunity for you to go and experience in life infrastructure projects, not in simulated environments, in life what you have learned, and to sharpen the skills that you have learned, and to actualize some of the things that you learned in classroom. We have also equally rolled out a whole plan on how to make our education relevant to the requirements of today and the future. We have increased the budget by significant amount from $500 billion in 2022. This year, these members of parliament will tell you, we have a budget of $702 billion for our education sector. Why are we doing that? Because education is important. I see some people try to talk about education. And I want to tell them, in 2022, we had huge challenges in the education sector. We had a chronic shortage of teachers. We had a chronic shortage of classrooms. 21 of our universities were technically insolvent because of funding challenges. Most of our TVETs had serious problems because of funding. I stand here today to tell you that we have sorted out all those issues. Number one, we have hired, as of this January, 100,000 teachers in the last 3 years. No other administration in Kenya's history has done so. we have built 23,000 classrooms. And we have provided resources under our new student-centered model that does not give money to a university. It makes sure that every student is assessed as a student, and we give them scholarships on the basis of need and merit. And ask any vice chancellor today, ask any vice chancellor, they will tell you they can now pay salaries, they can pay their suppliers, they can even pay taxes, and the universities are getting out of insolvency. That is important. We have presided over two very important transitions when we set up the competence-based education, which I believe in 100%, because we must reform our education so that it is in tandem with the requirements of the future. And when we designed the competence-based education, it was supposed to make sure that education does not just be about formal learning and passing exams and that kind of thing. It was about transferring skills, creating knowledge, and making sure that we prepare our human capital for what is right and what is necessary for us to move Kenya to the next level. Today, exams have ceased being a life and death sentence. You accumulate part of your final result over time. Exams today only account for 60%. 40%, everything else accounts for it. There was a time exams were managed by the police because it was life and death. We have removed the police from managing exams. Exams is part of learning. It must not be a life and death issue. So, and I'm saying we have presided over two transitions from primary school to junior school, and this month from junior school to secondary school. And I did say yesterday that no child should be denied an opportunity to be in class. Why? Because we have provided the resources for them to be taught. For the first time in our schools, capitation that normally gets to schools a month or two after schools open, we made sure that capitation was available in school before our students reported in class. And we provided the highest amount, 44 billion. And therefore, if we have provided money for teaching, and we pay the teachers, and we have the classrooms, there is absolutely no reason why anybody would keep our children out of school. And we have said we are going to look into this uniform issue, because uniforms are beginning to be another source of corruption. Some schools charge as high as 38,000 for uniforms. You know? And therefore, I have directed that there is no child who will be kept out of class because of uniform. Even if they have the uniform for the junior school, they can transition to secondary school with that uniform as they wait for the parents to organize themselves. So we are going to work with all the stakeholders, the other stakeholders, to agree so that we don't erect additional impediments to access to education. And that brings me to this meeting. Why are we here? We are here because the people of Kenya told us that among the most serious challenges we have as a nation, in every home, there is a child who has finished Form 4 or college or university, and yet they don't have a job. And because we spend 700 billion shillings every year on education, we must equally think on what happens when the pipeline through education gets out. What do they do? And that is why we designed a concrete, practical, intentional, deliberate program on how to create jobs in Kenya. We have a program running today which we are calling export of labor. And when I talk about export of labor, I am not talking about brain drain. I am talking about Kenyans who go to work abroad for 2-3 years, gain a different experience, and bring it back home and use it to develop our own country. We have 530,000 young people who have gone from Kenya to different parts of the world. Today, they are monetizing their knowledge, their skills, their expertise, their talents, and our remittances in Kenya has gone up by $1 billion, $1 billion. It was 3.8 billion in 2022. Today, it is $5.2 billion every year. We have a whole ecosystem that we are building in what we call the digital jobs space. We have spreading our fiber optic across Kenya. We've done 30,000 kilometers. We want to do 100,000 kilometers. We've gotten better engagement with business process outsourcing companies. Teleperformance, for example, the largest BPO in the world, has set up office in Kenya. CCI and other companies in the BPO space are engaging Kenyans, working in foreign companies, but working from Kenya. We have ICT hubs that we are building around the country. We have Jitume centers that are rolled out around the country. In every TVET, we have made sure that there is an ICT hub. And today, we have 300,000 Kenyans working in the digital space, earning money in dollars, and working from home in foreign companies. Deliberate, intentional. And then we have public infrastructure. And that's why we are here today. Public infrastructure. And let me tell you, creating opportunities for employment using public infrastructure is not a new invention. You know? It is what is tested and tried globally. America, for example, in the 50s, for those of you who follow history, in the 1950s, the interstate highways that were built to get America out of recession created millions of jobs. It was intentional. If you go to Europe, if you go to Germany, for example, to get Germany out of recession, the autopan industry was created to deal with roads, bridges, highways, and created millions of jobs. Recently, in Philippines, what they called build, build, build. Again, just recently, 2016 to 2022, Philippines created 6.5 million jobs using investment in public infrastructure. So what we are doing in Kenya is not an invention. It is what is tested, what is tried, and what works. When we rolled out this housing program, it wasn't a new thing. National Housing Corporation was registered in 1960? 1953, I'm told, by the chair there. Almost earlier than South Korea and Singapore registered theirs. Right? But we have been, battling with what we do with it. How do we do it? It was there. We went to slum upgrading. It was there in the manifesto of every political party. For the last 30 years, housing has been a permanent feature in every political party's manifesto. In fact, in the last election, housing was in the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza and was in the manifesto of Azimio. Right? But when it came to implementation, my friends, politics took the center stage. Oh, Zakayo, Sijui. That's how I became Zakayo, all right? Never mind. At least today, we have close to 6,000 people here, professionals, engineers, planners, surveying engineers, electrical engineers, structural engineers, civil engineers, and a host of many other trades, painters, carpenters, masons, electricians, name them. We have a whole ecosystem of people, professionals who work now in our construction industry, building houses, building markets, building hostels, and the face and skyline of Kenya is changing. Yes, it is changing. Yes, it is changing. Go to anywhere. Go to any big town. The face and skyline of Kenya is changing. And that is why I want to persuade you, and I am very, very, very proud of this moment, that Kenya is finally doing what is right. We are finally taking charge of our own destiny and changing our country for the better. Yes. You guys will be working in real, live infrastructure projects, either in a market or in a hostel or in a housing program. You will be there and you will experience firsthand that Kenya is changing. And you will help us, your knowledge, your skills, your expertise is going to contribute to making sure that those projects are world-class standards. They are efficiently delivered. They are professionally handled. And they are safe for our markets and hostels for our students and houses for the people of Kenya. So I am really, really proud of this moment that we finally are believing in ourselves. You know, for a very long time, politics has sabotaged our country. Negativity, believing in others more than we believe in ourselves. And speaking negative things about our country, believing that nothing can happen. You know, I've come a long way. Many people were saying, oh, this gentleman is lying to us. Oh, fertilizer was 7,000. He's saying he's lying to us. Today it's 2,500. It's real. Oh, he was going to hire teachers. We have hired 100,000 teachers. It is real. Oh, so SHA is real. 28 million people are registered today in SHA, and SHA is working. Oh, I don't know. The economy is not telling us the truth. Today, the numbers don't lie. Oh, affordable, this housing fund is a slush fund. They are going to steal all the money. Oh, you know, William Ruto is the one supplying cement. I don't know, he's supplying steel. Nonsense. Today, the houses are there. They are staring at these people. Stubborn, as always. So, good people, let us believe in ourselves. Let's believe in our country as we believe in God, because this country is going to be changed by us. And therefore, I charge you, young people. I say so because I'm old enough to be your father. Many of you are what, 30? Less? Yeah. Anybody who is below 35 is old enough to be my child. So, I want to charge you. The housing program today, we have signed contracts for 600 billion. How much? And this is our money. We didn't borrow it from the IMF. We didn't go to the World Bank. We didn't go nowhere. This is our money. We are using our money. We are engaging our companies, Kenyan companies. We are engaging Kenya's consulting firms, professionals. We are using our raw materials, and the young people of Kenya, including the interns who are here, are at it, transforming our nation. It tells you there is nothing that we cannot do if we believe in ourselves and if we provide the right leadership. If I was a coward, this project would not have happened. Vile wananipigia makelele hapo, oh, Zakayo, maandamano, nini. This project would not be there. We would not be having this conversation with these many young people. So, let me ask you, as I finish, and to thank many people who believed in Kenya. Many public servants, public officers, working Kenyans who contributed to the housing fund. They are the heroes of this program. They are the ones who have made this program what it is. And I want to encourage them that every cent that they have contributed to the housing fund, I take full responsibility that it must be put good use, and it must develop the houses, the markets, the hostels, money that was meant for it. I must thank our professionals, consulting firms. They are great patriots. Wapigie makofi. I know I haven't had a moment to say this, but I will say it again. These consulting firms, our architects, our engineers, our surveyors, and all the people who have made housing, markets, hostels possible, they have made a very big contribution. Just imagine, their fees ordinarily would be anywhere between 8% and 12, 13, 14%. Ordinarily, that's what their fees is supposed to be. I called these people. Jennifer was there, right? We sat in a room there called number 6. And I told them, listen, you know, this is our country. Let's believe in ourselves. You people, you do one house here, one house there, one block of flat there. We want to give you scale. Let us negotiate the fees. Do you know how much we pay them today? Instead of 14% or 10%, we only pay them 2%. And they have done a wonderful job. Wapigie makofi. They've done a wonderful job. When I write my book, finally, about this housing, these consulting firms will have 2 chapters. They have made a huge contribution. I recognize that. I really do. I recognize that. That you believed in this country and you said, we also want to make a contribution as professionals. And today, as I roll out this program of interns, we are going to pay a small stipend to these interns. Yeah? And I want to say, as we pay a small stipend to these interns to be to help, for them to learn and help us supervise the sites, they will be working under the consulting firms. They will be literally part of your labor force. So we have consulted. I did ask the ministry to give me some numbers. And we have agreed that for the sacrifice you have shown as consulting firms, we are going to increase what we are paying you from 2% to 3%. But we are also going to give back something small. These people, these young people, we are paying them a small stipend from our side. Consider also to pay them a small stipend. Small. Kidogo. Huh? Kidogo. I am not going to give you any figure. You people go and decide. These are people who will be working in your offices. They will be helping you supervise your sites. Just be considerate and see how you can. Because much as they want to learn, they need to go home, come back, pay rent a bit here and there, and survive. Yeah? Are we together? So let me say this, you know, I really must thank these people. Let me also, you know, thank our contractors. You know, when we say that we believe in ourselves, I did ask the ministry when we rolled out this program. It would have been easy for us to bring in the Chinese and tell them, okay, you know, you have the muscle, you can build for us faster, blah, blah, blah. But we said, this program must also provide an opportunity for us to grow Kenyan construction companies. This is also their moment. As we believe in ourselves, we must also believe in them. And I must congratulate Kenyan construction companies. 95% of those companies have been exceptional. They've done their job well. In fact, I have been wondering why ordinarily you'd go to a place and they will tell you, people will tell you, no, we don't want this company, bring us the Chinese, they are efficient, they are faster. But today, you have heard here, out of 800 companies, construction companies, only one is foreign. The rest are Kenya. So we are also building corporations of tomorrow. These construction companies we are building here today, tomorrow they are going to work in the region and they are going to work globally. And so are the consulting firms. The consulting firms will have behind them a track record of what they have done. And when they apply for the next contract, they can list a retinue of products or projects they have supervised. And I am confident that they will access regional projects, global projects, as we develop all our other sectors. Let me conclude by saying this. The construction industry that I speak to here today is just 2 years old. We have 240,000 housing projects, some towards completion, some halfway, some in different categories. We have 400 modern markets being built across Kenya. We have hostels for 182,000 students in universities, TVETs, Kenya Medical Training Centers, and in other colleges under construction. As I have told you, we have contracts of 600 billion Kenya shillings. We have 500,000 Kenyans working. We have professionals from different fields working, and this program is just started. It's just started. We are going to be here in this construction space for the next 25 to 30 years. So, prepare yourselves. Yeah? Mujipange. And for you guys, this is a launch pad. It is not a stopgap. This is internship. Do you understand what I'm saying? It depends on what you do with this moment. It depends on what you do with this moment. This moment, the opportunity you have to be an intern will make you either the next professional, to work in the next consulting firm, to start your own. The future is yours to decide what you do with this moment. All right? I was told the dream is free, the hustle is not. Mwende mujipa. Lazima ujitume. Yeah? Sindio? So, you guys, you have a moment of history in your hands. All of us as a country, we have a moment of history in our hands. And we are not just talking about this construction space around housing markets. You've heard me. I have said recently in the State of the Nation address towards the end of last year that we are now scaling up. Kenya, for the next 20, 25 years, maybe 30 years, is going to be literally a construction site. The whole country. Right from State House here, you can see it is a construction site. Yes. and to every part of Kenya. We are rolling out, beginning this year, already we have 6,000 kilometers of road going on now, which we are finalizing. We are designing another 2,500 kilometers of highways. Rironi, Mau Summit is just the beginning. I have said we are rolling out Makutano, Embu, Meru, all the way to Maua. We are rolling out Nakuru, through Nyahururu to Laikipia as a dual carriageway. We are taking from Mau Summit all the way through Kericho to Kisumu to Malaba, and from there to Nakuru to Eldoret to Malaba. We are doing, you have a list of where we are going. And we are doing another 28,000 kilometers of tarmac. Listen, it looks a bit crazy. We have built 20,000 kilometers of tarmac for 60 years. In the next 7 years, we want to build 28,000 kilometers. Sawa. And it's going to happen, just as you see, in our lifetime. Up to 7 years, in the other, we're going to do it. We must do another, and I'm talking about construction to get our country moving. We're going to do, as I have said, 50 new mega dams, 200 medium-sized dams, and thousands of small dams across the country. We are going to do another 10,000 megawatts of energy. And for your information, we have the money to do it. Yes. Tuko na pesa ya kufanya hiyo kazi. Mnanielewa? I know you don't believe me. We have the money to do it. Pesa is not the problem. The people, these professionals is not the problem. Look at these companies. Many people, if you told them we are going to build all these houses, wangekuuliza iko wapi kampuni ya kufanya hii kazi. Today, we have 800 companies, Kenyan companies, doing this job. Hakuna mtu tumeenda kutoa Ulaya kuja afanye. They have signed 600 billion shillings of projects, and they are doing them. Hiyo high-rise yote mnaona dunia hii yote. If you go to Kisumu, go to Migori, go to Kakamega, go to Bungoma, come to Eldoret, come to Nakuru, Thika, wherever. All those houses are built by Kenyan companies. We have what it takes to transform our country. And we have started the process of raising the money to do it. I said 5 trillion. Yes, we have the means to raise 5 trillion. Na itachelewa, by next year we will have raised all the 5 trillion. Na Kenya itasonga mbele. Sawa. This is not about politics. This is not about the next election. This is about transforming Kenya. Sawa. You know, and I want to ask some politicians. The other day, we all agreed that divesting, privatization, is a prudent way of raising resources. When we went to the market, today we are in the market on the Kenya Pipeline IPO. It's going to democratize the ownership of a public asset like Kenya Pipeline. Today, you as an intern, you can buy shares in Kenya Pipeline. And I want to ask you, I want to ask every Kenyan, with only 900 shillings, you can buy 100 shares of Kenya Pipeline. And you can continue and buy more and buy more and buy more. Let us all own a piece of the good that we have built together. But you'll hear some people saying, why are you doing this? This is wrong. The same people who told us, who agreed with us, let's do it. We're saying we're divesting a portion of Safaricom to raise money. They tell us, oh, who negotiated? Where is the committee that negotiated for the price of the shares? Really? Any public listed company, the tested, proven, transparent valuation is done by the capital markets. It's done at the exchange. It's not done in boardrooms or by committees. So I want to tell those people who are giving us lectures about what we are doing with the IPO on Kenya Pipeline or Safaricom, they should spare us their political conmanship and intellectual deceit. We don't need it. We want to move the country forward. In the next 1 month, we are going to raise 110 billion shillings with the with the Kenya Pipeline IPO. We're going to raise another 240 billion, maybe, or thereabout, with the divestiture from Safaricom. That is 350 billion Kenya shillings. With 350 billion, we are going to leverage, and we will have between 3.5 and 4 trillion shillings to be able to run all our projects. Akili. Yes, that's what is required. For a very long time, politics has sabotaged our development, small-time politics, and that's why I tell these people, we are going to change Kenya in our lifetime. When I talk about moving Kenya from the third world to a first world, I mean it, and it is going to happen right before our eyes. It is going to happen. Tunaelewana, my friends? Tuko pamoja. So believe in yourselves and let us believe in our country as we believe in God. Nothing is impossible. We are going to change this country. Kenya is moving from third world to first world by all means possible in our lifetime. Sawa. I can go on, but let me stop there. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Another round of applause for His Excellency. I'll request that we kindly take our seats. Let's take our seats. Your Excellency, with your permission, will now transition to the panel discussion. Our first panel discussion is women in construction. It has been long said that it's a male-dominated industry, but through the affordable housing, there is proof that this norma has been divulged, and as a result, we have very many women in construction. This session is going to be moderated by the PS Housing, PS Hinga. So as we put this together, let's put our hands together as we welcome PS Hinga, who is briefly going to give us the bios of the contractors who he's going to be having this discussion with, together with His Excellency. Karibu. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Without further ado, allow me to invite our first panelist. And as Michael has said, Your Excellency, we have our women in construction. And as they come, allow me to say something that has been really remarkable about our women in construction. Your Excellency, the best performing sites in the housing are being undertaken by women. And I'd like to ask two of the best performing contractors to come and join us here on stage. We have Imelda and Mudeo, who are really shining in this men's world. Karibuni. I also have Amina. Amina, kindly come on stage. She's assisting us in construction of markets. I also have Anne Cherop. Where is Anne? Karibu. I also have a contractor come engineer, one of the finest from the lakeside, Lillian. Karibu sana. She's doing an amazing job in our western side of the country. I have also Anastasia, Karibu, and I have Margaret Mwende, Karibuni. And then I'll also ask your friend Jennifer, Your Excellency, to come and sit next to you. She's a tough negotiator, but I think you are a bit tougher than her. But I'd like to ask Jennifer, who negotiated for the consultants, to come and sit right there next to His Excellency. There. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite His Excellency the President to come and join the panel. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, this is a conversation with these wonderful ladies that represent a universe of a well-performing contractors in the country. Because it's a conversation between them and yourselves, I just want to ask each one of them to introduce themselves, what they are doing, and give us a snapshot of your experiences of this program, what this program has meant to you in your sector, and compare and contrast where you are, where you had irregular opportunities, and now you have got big opportunities. So allow me to start from that side, and then we will pick up the conversation with His Excellency. Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Margaret Mwende from Kitui. Let me start again, Your Excellency. My name is Margaret Mwende from Kitui. I was doing ESP markets and it's already completed. Thank you, sir.
My name is Amina Abdunur Ali. I'm a contractor. I completed Kangeta market and Adiru market. Right now I'm doing Gipumene and Kina market. Although Kina market we have some challenges here and there because of the land. We don't have up to now the land to build the market. I got an award for civil work also for Mandera, Marsabit, Embu, Dharakanidi, and Isiolo County. Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Imelda Mutuko, and I'm a contractor. Currently finished Bumala Market, starting Bale Market, all in Western. I would like to, first of all, thank you so much for the opportunities that we've gotten as women. This was not possible before. But now we are getting a lot of support, and we are being believed in to do this work. And we would just like to say that, first of all, that's a good thing. Beyond this, I would like to say that I am very pleased because when you came to Bumala, your word was, you people support this young lady. She's here to work, and I got a lot of support. And I'm hoping to get more support as we go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Jennifer Musimi, formerly the president of RQSK, very instrumental in creating this program. We sat with you, we negotiated well, and we did a very good job, a good thing to provide job opportunities and an opportunity for the professionals in a built environment to trade with the government after a very long time. And they can attest that they've handled projects of values they've never handled since inception, to the 10 billions, and it's going on. We are employing now interns and many assistants in our farms in a way that even since I left university and started my farm, we could never have done. It's a very transformative thing we did. It's very enlightening. It's growing everyone. And I want to thank you for supporting us. Thank you.
Okay.
Kwa majina ni Winnie Mudheu. Mimi ni contractor na ni contractor ambaye anakuanga site. Mimi si boss. Nakuanga site nikifanya kazi na watu wangu wote. Nimekuwa Homa Bay, nika hand over to His Excellency the President. That is Homa Bay Fish Market. I am now doing South B, and most probably, Your Excellency, you are welcome to pick the keys by March. And I am also in Kapsabet. And I can say that sisi tunafanya kazi na tunapata pesa. Naona vile tumeng'ara. We are being paid well after working so hard. For me, for it to work well, I am doing a 24-hour economy. Sisi huwa hatulali kwa site zangu. That's why we can work within, if we are given 2 years, we do it in half the time. So I encourage my fellow contractors, let us practice this 24-hour economy so that we may win our president a 2-term without negotiation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Your Excellency, my name is Lillian Ogombo. I'm an engineer by profession. I'm a civil and structural engineer and also a contractor. We've just finished 3 markets, and we were very honored that we visited one of our markets. We did not disappoint. Oria in Migori. Yes, in Uriri. Yes, so we're just about to give the markets. We are on our last one in Migori and about to start affordable housing project, also in Migori County, Kododa. And I think this opportunity, first and foremost, I mean, as a woman, as a Kenyan, has really encouraged us. We've been able to expand our portfolio. We are now looking at even taking on more challenging projects. And I'm glad that we are starting on the affordable housing. We also have the student hostel in Homa Bay, KMTC, that we are yet to start. So we've really believed in ourselves, and for the first time, actually, I was looking at the opportunities across the region. I mean, that's how much you've really transformed who we are. And giving the State Department for Housing their flowers, I think they've really, really supported us financially, because sometimes when you're taking on government projects, people are like, are you going to be paid? I think this is one program that you don't even follow up your payments. You call for inspection, they show up, you raise your certificates, and you really don't have to queue in any office. The next thing you see that, you know, the bank is sending you a swift message that you've been paid. And so we give them their flowers, and we appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Anne Jero, and I am a contractor. I I am pleased and very proud to be part of this affordable housing construction. I have a site in Nairobi and Kasarani, Kamiti, and Kidiwa, Phase 3. Well, it was very difficult to believe in myself that I am able to deliver these projects, but with the support that we get from Bwana PS, it is amazing. We get paid. We even hold seminars that encourage us to soldier on, and we are delivering on our projects. In committee, we are on time, Kasarani and Kidiwa, and we are very, very proud as women to participate in this space.
Your Excellency, maybe I invite you now and just have a conversation with this wonderful.
Thank you very much, PS. I'm really proud that I'm sitting in the midst of women contractors, you know. And I have been to the sites they have mentioned. I have been to Kangeta. I have been to Bumala. And congratulations for doing a great job in Bumala. I don't know, did the traders move in? Not yet? Oh, for commissioning. I'll find my way there, or I'll send fireman here to come and do the... Yeah? So, looking at these great ladies, and you have had them, they have 2, 3 sites. Some of the sites they have finished. They have moved on from doing a market. They've now moved on to affordable housing. Let me ask Anne. You've talked about Kidiwa. Kidiwa is in my hometown. Are you doing the market or the affordable housing?
I'm doing affordable housing.
Is it phase 1? I know there is phase 1 and phase 2.
Phase 3.
Phase 3.
2.
Phase 2.
Yes.
You're doing the phase 2. How many units are you doing in the phase 2? I know phase 1 was like 200, was it? Yes. Phase 2?
Phase 2 is 1,800.
1,800. I mean, Anne, you're that serious? Huh? What is the size of the project in terms of quantum? What is the contract value?
5.3 billion.
5.3 million shillings or?
5.3 billion.
Billion. Wow. How far are you now in terms of percentage of construction? Are you on time?
We got challenges at first because when we got into the site, the drawings changed from 18 to 9 plus 15 floors.
Oh, yeah. It was actually my decision because yes, the original design was for 9 floors.
Yeah.
But when we assessed the place, we said we could go to 15 floors.
15 floors, yeah.
So you had to readjust.
Yeah.
The contract.
So that is what delayed us.
Yes.
And then we have finished the rafting.
Yes.
Now we are beginning.
You are beginning to do the job. When I'm in Eldoret the next time, I'll pass by and see.
You're most
okay?
welcome. Yeah.
So thank you very much. So how is the transition, Lillian? Yes. How is the transition? You've told me you did the market in Oria.
Yes, we did the market in Oria.
And then you're now moving to the affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, there is was telling me how she is very happy with what she's seeing that's going on in South B. And South B is not an ESP market, it's a big market. What is the contract value for South B?
It's 332 million shillings.
How many people do you have working on the site?
We have, like when we are doing a concrete casting, we have 452 people, and we actually have like 12 machines. That is the mixers, the hoists, and all that. I don't use the ready mix because I'll only have that car that brings the mixer, and there is no workforce. So I use those people to create employment, to come and cast. So generally, in a busy day, I have 452 workers. And on a normal day, at night, I can have around 70 people. And by daytime, I have around 80 to 100, depending on the activities at the site. Yeah.
And different stages
Yeah.
of the construction.
What?
Different. I'm saying different stages of construction.
Yeah,
you have different number of people.
Of course, yeah.
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 Okay. Let me ask you, how are you working with the banks? What is the experience you have with your bankers?
My bank, yeah, I bank with the National Bank, and I have been given msikuje kuniua that an overdraft of that 5 million that I can work without minding another thing. But I am paid on time. It's only when I have some hinges in finances, but they give me an overdraft because they know, they are sure that I'll get money. Yes.
Before affordable housing, before this program, yes, were you a contractor?
What? I have a long story, Your Excellency. Yeah, I started as a cashier at site when I finished my O-level in 09. And it's a long story. Okay. And now
So we leave it for another day. The long story.
Yeah, I can touch some small details.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as a casual laborer. Wakati wanawake walikuwa wanaambiwa kazi ya mjengo si yao, but because I come from a humble background, I had to start there where I saw an opportunity. From there, the boss of that company saw my efforts, and she promoted me to start paying and looking for those who are not working, so hand to deliver. That was in 09. I started in West Pokot. And from there, I have grown. I have been, I've bought shares from the company. Now I'm a shareholder and actually a director for the company. And I'm semi-literate in terms of construction because I have not gone to any class of engineering, but I've learned through skills. And that's why I'm always in site. I know everything from electrical, plumbing, masonry, roofing, structure, design, nini kila kitu.
So you say it's a long story. Yeah. Indeed, I think it is a long story. But now you are a shareholder in the company.
I'm here seated with the president because I'm a shareholder.
Great. So thank you very much. I think when we talk about bottom-up, I think Mudeu here represents what bottom-up is. It's a living testimony, according to her. Really, somebody who was working in a construction site, today owning a construction company. That is what it takes. It takes resilience, it takes believing in yourself, it takes working hard. And that is why I said in my presentation here earlier, dreaming is free, the hustle is not. You have to wake up, you have to do what Mudeu has done. That's why she's sitting here today. Tumpigie makofi Mudeu, jamani. The great lady Jennifer, sitting next to me here, Jennifer. You remember those days?
I remember those days very well. Yes.
long hours, many days,
A lot of negotiations.
and a lot of negotiation with a big team. When you look back today, you know, you remember when we were talking on that table, it was far-fetched, you know? It was the usual government thing, or, you know, and you guys were saying, or, you know, are these people really going to pay? Are they going to do this? Can you tell this audience, then and now, what do you have to say?
I'm amazed by the grace of God, the far we've come from my boardroom sitting, discussing. Actually, it started in Naivasha. Can we do this? What's the right rate? 35,000 per square meter. Oh, that can afford. And I walked from that podium and I told the VS, we are going to do this. Let's go and crunch the numbers. And convincing everyone that we can do this is going to be an easy task for the professionals. When it's going to be standardized, we're going to automate most of these things. So when we negotiate on the rate, don't worry, you will not sleep hungry. To just look around and see this group of interns is a product of that negotiation. It's phenomenal. Your Excellency, if that dream was killed, half, or actually all the professionals who are doing these projects will be back in their mashambas farming. They wouldn't be busy. This program has afforded or provided opportunities for farms to be busy, for farms to renovate, to reinvent themselves, to equip their offices in such a way that they can supervise projects, because we have been assigned projects all over the country, as opposed to a while back where you'll just limit yourself to Nairobi because you don't want to go to the very hardship areas. So, phenomenal is what I can say. Thank you.
So today you're telling us, the country, that people who are confined to Nairobi because they could just find a project in Nairobi because of, you know, that's where most of the people who have the means to do big projects live. Today you have projects in every part of Kenya.
We have projects in every part of the Kenya.
And today you are forced to go and supervise those projects in those very remote areas, and you have a feel of the country.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, many people ask me, and sometimes people do not believe that what we are saying in terms of what it will cost a house, because the price of a house has come from 11 million shillings to 3 million. Among the issues that we have cut down for us to make it that affordable, number one, you remember, it was the cost of land.
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. Number two, we've taken out the cost of land.
Yeah.
Number two is professional fees.
Yes.
We've taken it down from 15% to 2%.
Absolutely.
And it was a product of negotiation, because we told you the fees may have come down, but the scale has increased.
Absolutely.
You know? So you can balance the coming down of the scale with the expanded scale, with the coming down of the rate with the expanded scale. Is that right?
Very much so.
You remember we also had a big discussion on the cost.
Yeah.
For a very long time, people thought it was not possible to construct at the rate of...
Now 40,000.
Yeah. Now 40,000. It was 55, 60, 70 going that way. And sometimes many people are wondering, how have we dealt with corruption? Because people thought this was going to be a corrupt scheme. We have dealt with corruption by negotiating ahead of time. Today, if you are going into that space as a professional, you cannot tell us you are charging 15%.
No, you can't.
The rate is fixed.
Yeah.
We cannot tell us that you are going to construct at 70 shillings, 70,000 a square meter. The rate is fixed. We have fixed the rate at 42, was it? 40?
For the strut.
So we have two types. We have what is called the contractor model.
Yes.
It is 40,000. Then we have contractor plus finance. It is 42,000 because they do invest a little bit. And because of fixing the ceiling, and we disclose it, so it's no longer a secret, because in the past you have to look for what is called engineer's estimate. And those who have engineer's estimate, obviously they have an advantage. So we publish our budget, we publish our rate, and what we have seen is that people are competing. So if you come at 42, you know you're going to be the most expensive. So the prices are actually, the one at 42, it's at 40, and the one at 40, it is down to 37 and 38.
So just for the satisfaction of the people of Kenya, and Jennifer sitting here, we did something deliberate to protect the resources of the people of Kenya. Ordinarily, there would be corruption with engineers' estimate. This engineers' estimate is a moving target, or has been a moving target. So what we decided is we are going to have, we costed everything. We agreed that if you want to come and work with us, the rate we are going to pay is 42,000 per square meter. If you cannot do 42,000 per square meter, thank you very much. Go find some other job. Right? And we have found that it is doable. And that is why we have complete projects that are going on, whether in the market space, whether in all the other spaces. And therefore, I want to assure the people of Kenya that we were intentional. When I said, I remember making a statement that there will be no money to be stolen. I meant it. Today, there is no money to be stolen in affordable housing because the rates are fixed. Yes, there is no negotiation actually. There is nothing to negotiate. You either meet the rates or you take a walk. And the margins are very tight. The reason why, I must say this, the reason why we don't have these fancy contractors in affordable housing is because the margin is very slim. You know, there are people who are used with, you know, margins and margins and margins and fat and fat. There is no fat. There is just a reasonable margin for people who want to do business. Those who want to steal from government, they have to look for other places. It is not going to happen in affordable housing. And I want to thank professionals. You people have really gone out of your way and you have helped us.
Thank you.
Amina. I know it's, what challenge do you have as a lady in this space? Have you experienced any challenges when people discover that you are a woman and you are the boss and you are in charge, or it's been okay?
The challenges is there, being a woman in this field, and I'm not I'm not an engineer. I did accounts, so being an accountant and then going to construction field, it was not easy, but with all the challenges, I got strong, confidence, and do a good work, a quality job. Yeah.
So you have overcome the prejudices.
Yeah.
You have overcome the challenges.
Yes.
And slowly people are beginning to believe in you as the person in charge.
Yeah.
And the owner of the business.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you're doing the markets. What is your plan? What's your plan going forward? Have you built enough capacity for you to transition to the next level?
Exactly. I'm not only doing the market, I'm also doing civil work, like harbors and the roads. I also work in other departments like KDF, When KDF Day in Eldoret, you were there. I did all those works. Yeah.
All that beautiful work at
Yes, I did it. The roads, the building, the reception for Dias.
You did?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Let
you.
me hear your story, Margaret. Tell me about yourself. How did you come into this space?
I did business management, and now since I have that knowledge of business, when I started now this business of construction,